Alrighty. Hello, everybody. We are shortly about to get underway here today. That's Echo's Randomizer Community Weekly Race. I'm joined here by Lokir. And I'm
Hello, hello. And today we have odd settings, which have been tweaked a bit for the month of June. So today we're going to be doing the same trick levels as usual, 1 to 3 random starting items, random starting location, random with unlocked translator gates, so we could see a little bit more chaos there. I don't think the last odd settings had that. Random elevators, no final bosses, and new this month are multiplayer items in the item pool.
Yep, so we'll be seeing the potential for the runners to pick up unlimited missiles, unlimited beam ammo, and double damage. We'll see if any of those come into play.
Yep, and I'm sure we'll answer this a couple times, but double damage and unlimited beam ammo will take the appearance of a larger beam ammo expansion, while unlimited missiles will look like a really big missile launcher.
All right, and we're off. Starting with bombs and amber translator in pretty much slightly more annoying than a vanilla start, because this makes it a little bit more difficult to get back to landing site.
Like, already picked up a missile expansion.
We'll find out if the runners actually do have access back immediately, or if they're going to have to look for more translators to be able to get back. Oh, that's a good sign.
It's one of the few times we're not seeing this gate done from reverse because of this start.
Let's find out what our first elevator is. Whoever's temple access. Not going to be a ton of use without secret souls.
Yeah, I'm interested in Bellator's decision to head down the elevator. Nice sunburst, by the way. I'm sure it's just habit. I probably would have done the same. Yep.
And back up we
right
go.
back up.
Oh, I missed. What was the accursed-like type of item?
I missed that as well. Crash showing off the moving the box, and I'm sure we're going to see the same thing from Bellator. Or not, because bombs are probably faster, actually.
Yeah, I would think so as well.
But on the other hand, now Crash can move freely without that box being in the room, so a bit of a trade-off with that. Is that Spider Ball?
Interesting.
Spider Ball in TAS. With bombs, that's completely in logic. No TAS jump today.
Runners picking up their second missile expansion, which is always nice. Getting the priority drops when you run out of missiles.
Yeah, having only 5 missiles is kind of a nightmare, because then you're playing with Prime 1's drop system, essentially. And if you've seen any runs of that, you know how that goes.
This is a little bit interesting. So both runners are going to be forced to head over to GFMC without the means to get back. So they may actually be locked out of this starting area for a little while without save warps, at least logically, in terms of the logic.
Yeah, we're either going to have to head to the Fortress Transport elevator or Grand Soft Lock, which is normally the first entrance into Great Temple that you take in vanilla.
Crashing.
Luckily, in 2.6, I think, is when it changed. You can now go to map stations to reveal where elevators go before visiting them. So Grand Softlock no longer really softlocks you these days. But
And we'll see if both of these runners check the GFMG ship map station before.
also, I totally missed Crash getting Sonic Boom.
Crash also exclaiming in the race time chat, "True valid." Excited for that Sonic Boom. Oh, transit.
Cobalt. Okay, I think that was a Cobalt gate behind the ship, so we might be
was,
going
yeah.
there. And also, TAS had a Cobalt gate, so that's something to keep in mind. Crash might be skipping the map station here. It's still a new feature, so it's pretty easy to forget, especially if you're not used to playing with random elevators. Was that Violet? Temple Transport Violet?
Yeah, so that's at least one check, and potentially can go farther depending on if the translator gates are kind.
Yep. Hopefully they are one of the two best colors, which we have. Those are Seekers. Is this Transport A?
Interesting.
They're going to be very happy to find these this early.
Oh, and an amber gate. So we will be able to go visit our good friend Yumas up here.
And our better friend, Dark Alpha Splinter. Oh, it was a HUD system in Reliquary? Oh my god. That is excellent. I'm excited. And I feel like I made the right choice by getting in the booth today.
Yeah, that's a good hint to have checked. I've started to subscribe to the notion of not necessarily going up there to get that hint because it's so uncommonly useful, but this was definitely a good decision to get that knowledge.
I think Gollop will proceed, who's our tracker today. Shoutouts to Gollop for the seed and tracking.
Get to see Seeker missile strats on Dark Alpha Splinter. Probably the best weapon we have right now for them.
Yeah, there's not too much you can do in this fight. It's just kind of deal the damage until it's dead. And that's annoying, but very good, because you wanted those for that fight.
So that does potentially open up going all the way back to the start and
Crash
seeing if we can get into underground tunnel.
Oh yeah, we can head back into Torvus Temple access with the Seekers now. No Violet hint today. Is kind of sad. If we want to get that hint, we're gonna have to walk all the way back here. Yep, Cygnus, that is the Game Pro tip for Dark Alpha Splinter. There's really nothing else to it. Brawler Seekers are no longer a logical missile launcher. I again think that's a 2.6 change. It was kind of an annoying, like, little piece of trivia almost that it was a logical launcher because it only applied in some seeds and not all. It was very weird. Like, you had to have main launcher required turned off for Seekers to be a logical launcher, which was just too weird, and finally it got changed.
Fresh says no thank you to Sanctuary entrance. Can't do much there with a boost ball.
Yep. Need all morph ball upgrades to get the item there.
So now we either have... We do logically now are able to get through that Torvus Temple Secret Lock with the missile launcher they picked up in the Great Temple. But there's also the Grand Softlock elevator. So we'll see if either of them goes there or hopefully checks the map first to make sure that that elevator is actually useful.
Yeah, did Bellator not check the map station either?
I didn't catch it. He did. Yeah, neither did. I'll say.
Okay, yeah, hopefully they check it right here. It's not like they can really go a different way, though. Oh wait, no, they have power bombs. I can't see. Bellator is checking the map station, so we're gonna get a look here at all of the Temple Grounds elevators. Let's find out what we've got. Aegon Temple access, that's probably... would you go there right away?
I think I would.
You don't have Light Beam, it's a soft lock. There's no
Oh,
save
I'm
station.
thinking portal access.
Yeah, and that's what I thought it was at first too, and then I thought about it some more, and that's, nope, you don't go there. Yeah, Gollop, you either get Light Beam there, or you either need Light Beam.
He really wants to troll this, he gives you Dark Visor.
Yeah, that would be bad. Either one of those isn't a soft lock, otherwise you're stuck.
I'm going to make the bold prediction that the Torvus Temple Gate is unlockable with their current equipment.
Yeah, I mean... I wonder. Do we know where the TAS elevator goes?
Oh, that's true. That is now in play now that they have the Cobalt as they're coming back. So this could actually be a useful elevator.
I'm surprised Bellator didn't also look at where every other elevator went. Yep, Bellator did just check the one. Alright, well that is not useful at all, so we're going to Torvus. Hazard to guess that progression is in underground tunnel.
Living up to its name. Well, interesting if it's something other than Light Beam. Then they'll have to turn around and come somewhere else. Light Beam will let them progress a little bit into Torvus.
Mm-hmm. If it's, I think it has to be Light Beam or Supers. I don't even know if Supers would get them another check, so I think it might have to be Light Beam. I'm trying to think of anything in Temple Grounds that they could get with just one more item, but I can't think of anything. Supers could give a check depending on where front Torvus elevator goes. That's true.
Could be boostful for Hollow Honor Dead.
It can't, because they would also need Light Beam to climb the room in Logic.
True. And there it is.
Yeah, it was either going to be Light Beam or some really cursed thing through Torvus entrance. Let's see if either runner gets the cutscene overlap here. Maybe we don't skip the cutscene. Okay. Crash, get it? Yes, he did. Nice.
Oh, very nice. And the without boost, not going to be, or supers, not much
Looks
else
like-
we can do here in Torvis. We can take a look at this item here in Meditation Vista, but it looks like we're going to have to go all the way back to Aegon.
Time for labs, maybe. Probably not. Actually, definitely not.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty big gamble, unless you can find vanilla Dark Beam.
Time for Bomb Guardian.
Really an interesting start. Lots of wandering back and forth across temple grounds. I do like these random elevator seats because they do kind of change up the kind of going back and forth between Aegon and temple grounds that a lot of the vanilla elevator seats.
Yeah. It's messing with a lot of my thinking, which is good for playing, but not great for commentating.
Luckily, we have folks in Twitch chat will let us know if we are getting anything wrong.
I mean, Brawler, the elevators could be worse. We've only found Temple Transport Amber. We could have also had lower Torvis access, but... Don't worry, that'll be our next one. So I'm thinking Boost Ball is the next upgrade, and Progression in Hall of Honor Debt.
Actually, if they found Boost Ball in Aegon and had to come all the way back for Dark Beam and Hall of Honor Dead, that would be even more fun.
I like that a lot. And the best part is, if Dark Beam's in Hall of Honor Dead, they'd have to find some sort of winding path back to Temple Grounds, since, as Gala pointed out, this is one way. Statistically, the other Aegon elevators are just as likely to be Temple Grounds, because we've only seen 4 Temple Grounds elevators, and we've seen 1 Sank and 1 Torvis elevator. So Temple Grounds, Torvis, and Sank each have 2 left. So there's 6 in Temple Grounds and 3 everywhere else. Valid. Oh.
Skipping the validation. Bold choice.
The Crash thinks he's valid because he has Sonic Boom. Little does he know. I hope Bellator gets it.
There you
Yes! Valid.
Alright, moving on to Bomb Guarding. We'll see if Crash gets the quick kill with the Power Bomb, or goes for a different method of killing it. And goodbye, Bomb Guardian.
Rip to our 4th favorite worm in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. And there's the Dark Visor to get back out. So now all we need is a boost ball in this room, and our dreams are alive. If boost ball is here, I know you don't, but would you go back to Hall of Honor dead? I know you wouldn't, but...
Oh, screw it.
And that's interesting.
Finally, a hint. Oh, boost
Boost
ball's
ball's
over here. Hey,
4 rooms away from Aegon Temple. Nice. If we get boost ball and dark beam, space jump and MSB.
we don't know what's in Hall of Honor Dead yet, Dark Zero, but we are theory crafting a truly tragic dark beam location.
Yeah, I'm saying, wait, what's 4 rooms away from Aegon Temple? Let's see. So we're in 1, 2. Mining Plaza is 4 rooms away.
Could be Central Mining Station.
It's probably Central Mining Station. If it's Mining Plaza, though, this seed could be very fun.
Red key up here in Mining Station A. That's always interesting.
Alternatively, 4 rooms away from Aegon Temple is also Storage D, Dark Beam.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
So boost ball could be in Vanilla Dark Beam.
Looks like there was a cannonball there in Sand Cache. Bellator wisely not picking it up for now, given that there's a lot of cannons over here.
Supers are near Dark Beam. That's very interesting.
And the Dark Beam's in Dark Aegon.
We're not getting a gate check. Is that an ETM in Mining Plaza? Therefore, boost ball and storage D.
Where's our Aegon entrance take us? Lower Torvis.
I told you, it's the next elevator. I want to see if I can see what color this translator gate is here. Is that a cobalt? I wonder if anyone will go look at it.
It looks like a violet to me for the map station.
Oh, was it? It's violet? Okay. I was looking at it through a scan visor. Yep, Bellator just checked it.
Yeah, so I'm missing a couple hints. We'll see if we find these 2 major upgrades in early Dark Aegon, or if we're going to have to go into labs, or, God forbid, fight the worm.
Boost ball is our next thing. Because we have Screw Attack, which means we can fully logically get into Storage D and leave.
Well, we can't get out of Storage D, although we can fight Dark Samus.
Oh, that's right. That's
yeah.
right.
But there is also a cannonball in Sand Cache, so once they finish these early Aegon cannons, they might just go ahead and pick that up and skip getting the boost ball right away.
Have either of them checked this room yet? Right here in
Nope, I think this is the
Portal
first
access.
scene of Portal Access here. Space Jump, alright.
My dreams are dead. I just wanted Space Jump and MSB. It's my favorite thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, that is a bit difficult of an item to pick up. Not Space Jump.
And it's fully in logic. With boost ball.
Yeah, we got some simultaneous pirate fights. Both runners making quick work with the power bomb.
Yeah, Gallop, that's a pretty safe bet. Amorbus is probably 3 rooms away from something in Dark Aegon. And Junction Site, yep. And like statistically speaking, I think it's like the most common place for super missiles to be, if I remember correctly. It's like a 6% chance that supers are on Amorbus, which is the highest percent for any location for supers.
Bellator showing off that you can screw attack the block in a portal terminal here to get access to the portal. Who even needs more fall bombs? Well, I guess you need them to activate the puzzle in the first place, unless you try to do some stuff with Dark Burst or Sonic Boom.
Yeah, I guess the settings have been changed since that analysis happened, so it's probably still pretty similar.
Yeah, could also be something like on Jump Guardian with Dark Beam, and then maybe even I think that would put Inkesh 4 as a possible location for supers. Was that it there?
Oh boy.
Oh no,
that?
Emerald.
Oh, it's Emerald. Okay. Interesting. If they get like 2 tanks in the next couple rooms, I think Bellator will try to grab that before leaving the Dark World. But it's more likely that we get Boost Ball first.
Although without an ability to activate the Dark Portals yet, although maybe we'll find Dark Beam real soon here, but that would actually be the only way to get this item is to do the climb to the dark side. And yeah, as Shep points out, we're running out of HUD systems to find in Reliquary. Either got to be Violet or Echo at this point. Haven't come across anything terribly important locked, but is this going to be a vanilla egg key? Yep. Oh, French
wow,
vanilla,
I've never seen that before.
Did Bellator skip the Dark Aegon key in Mining Station A?
Maybe. I'm surprised he didn't grab it with, like, the Wasp layer or something. Or maybe that's his plan when he comes back, or to do the BSJ or something. But I honestly think just vanilla is probably faster than the BSJ with how finicky that can be.
Got some simultaneous shooting of the unloaded model of Jump Guardian here. At the boss before the battle even starts.
No, Cygnus. They should not have gone back for Cannonball for this trip because they needed to take a cannon to get in here. So once they end this trip, they should be safe to get the Cannonball, now that they have Space Jump and Screw Attack. But yeah, very soon we'll probably see that.
Oh, there's... Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
So what is that?
The super missiles.
Is that Dark Beam on Amorbus?
It could be Dark Beam on Battleground, actually, interestingly, now that we have these super missiles. That would be a lot more convenient than having to fight an Amorbus.
Okay. It'd be more boring, though.
Although having to check Battleground on no E-Tanks is a little scary. Especially if there's any warriors walk here.
Well, at least they've already killed Jump Guardian. I've never died to Jump Guardian's hitbox before.
Yeah, pluses and minuses to him being unloaded sitting there, I guess.
It's never happened.
What we got down here? Just some ammo. Probably not worth the large risk of death going for that right now.
Even if it's a big multiplayer ammo, it's probably not worth it right now.
Pretty scary for Bellator. Yeah, might be going back to get some more health before trying this.
Unfortunately, that enemy cannot drop anything. This is one of many rooms and echoes that don't drop items until the second enemy has been killed. Unfortunately, Warrior's Walk only has one enemy, so you can't get any drops in that room. Did both of them look at Battleground and leave? Did we see what was in there?
I don't think so. Yeah, the Scala points out they could have actually even continued on into Doom Entry with the light beam.
Yeah, I like making the doomed entry play, and it never pays off. So I don't blame them for not going all the way through, especially on this low health.
But with Dark Visor, that in-cache was in play. So I wonder, maybe if they head to Central Mining Station, they'll be able to scan the hint and see what that was. If it's a beam related, I will be highly suspicious that that is Dark Beam up there.
I wonder what this could be. I think Crash is fighting the worms. Crash is gonna do it. Meanwhile, Bellator is gonna skip Boost Ball to get up to this elevator using Black Magic. And by that I mean it's a trick nicknamed Butter Pipe. And I don't know how it works.
Space Jump Spirit Tech, they could go for the slope jump bonk as well.
Yeah, I believe Bellator has said he finds sliding up the pipe to be easier. Crash is electing not to go to the Worm Rave at the moment, but he is thinking about it. He's probably going to read that hint, and then he will know for sure whether he has to do it, which is a pretty smart play.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good way to route this. I wonder if this ends up being a sanctuary elevator up here that Bellator finds. If they'll go ahead and take that, would pretty much be in logic with the boost ball being almost certainly obtainable.
Yeah, my only concern with this is leaving Aegon without that dark beam. You know that's here, and you know it's got to be soon. It's such a huge item to kind of get out of the early game mindset.
Yeah, Scala points out, Morbus with no energy tanks can be a little scary.
Yeah, that is true, Gallop.
I am surprised that we haven't come across an energy tank yet. The number of checks we've done so far.
There could certainly be a suit or an E-tank coming up here in early labs. By that I mean, like, this is like the one check or CMS where it could be.
I think we have access to bioenergy as well.
That's true. And storage C.
Oh, interesting, yes.
Oh, there we go. Bellator got it.
Nice.
Yeah, they just somehow slide up the pipe. I don't know how it works. I've read multiple explanations of it. I saw the words subpixel alignment, and I just decided I didn't need to understand.
A little interesting to me that Spider Side isn't an elevator you would take there. I would think that's actually one of the more interesting elevators to dip into for a little bit, given the ones we have left in the pool that could have been there.
Yeah. Battleground has a life support system. Worms. We have worms.
Yeah, is there anywhere else that could be? I don't think so. Bellator picking up their third Aegon key, and we may be off to the worm races here.
And where is the boost? Oh, it's in storage D. That's right. And what was the elevator Bellator found? Just to...
Oh no, it can't be sand processing because boost cannot block itself there logically.
Yeah. What was the elevator Bellator found up the pipe?
Yeah, the Aegon portal elevator goes to Sanctuary Spider side.
Thank you.
Which may well be the play once the runners finish up grabbing all this progression out of Aegon. They'll be pretty well suited to head into Sanctuary.
Crash has decided to pick up Cannonball. This is I like this play for a Morbus.
Yeah, Cannonball, you can take quite a bit of damage just dealing the bomb damage to the worms. Preventing that damage is very handy.
Yeah, I've noticed, I think when you get spit out, you take about 10 or 20 damage. So being able to negate that entirely is really valuable.
Mm-hmm. Plus it takes a little bit of time to find a safe zone sometimes too.
Yep.
So I like this play. I didn't see where Crash picked up an energy tank. That's also definitely helpful in terms
that
of...
was in CMS.
Ah, okay. So Bellator should be picking that up here shortly as well.
Crash is going to check this elevator. With Cannonball in our current gear, I'd be inclined to kill a Morbus, save in the save station, maybe... Crash, you can't go up there. Yeah, you can't do this right now, unfortunately. But speaking of that Emerald Translator up there, I'd be inclined to like kill a Morbus, maybe grab that life support system from Battleground, and then come back and snag Emerald before leaving Dark Aegon. So with the second E-Tank and Cannonball, I feel like that BSJ is pretty doable. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see once these runners pick up Dark Beam if they take that into labs where there's a lot of checks, or if they'll also have pretty good access to Sanctuary as long as they don't lose the Cannonball. It'll be interesting to see if there's any route divergence there.
Yeah, you can just kind of assume that the only progression in labs is that boost ball, which is a risky play, but if you're right, you can just rush Sanctuary and get way ahead of everyone else. But if there's other things in labs, then suddenly, who knows?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough call, because you do have everything you need to get all but one check in labs. Just be isolating in Cache 2.
When are you not isolating in Cache 2? You're also isolating Feeding Pit, so you can just grab those in the same swing.
Bellator not opting to pick up the Cannonball. Bellator might be heading to the Sanctuary. That's interesting.
This is definitely an interesting call. I don't know how much I like it without getting Dark Beam. Obviously, you can check Spider's side, like the Spider's treasure checks. But I'm trying to think if there's actually anything there that would be helpful for sequence breaking. Because you know it's not going to be Dark Beam. You know it's not going to be Boost Ball. And you know it's not going to be Emerald. So what could you find there that's really worth this sequence break? That's my question. A suit is the only thing I can think of.
So
there could definitely be a useful item. I just don't see it being as useful as anything that you could get an egg on. Annihilator Beam could be pretty big. That would, if you're skipping this Dark Beam on a Mortis, I guess that would make up for it. But yeah, hints are very real now. Once we find a way back to Temple Grounds, which could just be a save warp.
yeah, pretty scary on 1E tank without the cannonball, but with that, shouldn't be too much of a challenge to be able to check hints.
Alright, in cache 4. Hopefully followed by Battleground cache. And I wonder if Crash knows the BSJ here in Crossroads to grab the item in the Dark World. If not, we'll be seeing a couple more loading screens, but that's not a huge deal. Looks like Crash is going to be skipping out on Battleground. Not a bad decision. It's out of the way.
Yeah, to me it makes sense if you're, well, if I was going to do labs, I think it would actually maybe make sense to just go straight into Battlegrounds and then start doing labs from main reactor.
Yeah, so if he's planning Sanctuary, I agree with this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, he could want to grab Emerald and just save warp to hints.
Also true, yep. And with having killed some of these early AM bosses, there's a couple more checks in Temple Grounds as well. It actually could even go in through Sank from the front with the extremely rude Sanctuary entrance elevator. We actually have full access to that now.
Beltor nailing the butter pipe trick once again. I do feel like at this point, I don't think there's really many valuable cannons left, if any at all, with Space Jump and Screw Attack. I feel like I would have just picked up the cannonball by now. But I don't know.
Especially if you're trying to do these Hazing Cliff or Culling Chamber checks, Cannonball definitely makes your life a lot easier doing those early.
The only thing I could think of for delaying Cannonball is if you want to grab it after hints. And that would be pretty smart.
Looks like Crash is opting to stay in Aegon rather than heading to Sanctuary. We'll be heading into labs via the Dark World next to our quite early super vessels.
Yeah, this is a really strong play. He's going to be picking up a real boost ball, which is very nice if he doesn't die.
Might be using this safe station that is pretty rarely used.
He thought he had enough health to get to it. Fortunately, maybe not. There's a gold drop. Okay. That's Violet in Culling Chamber.
Oh my gosh. So we have an Echo Visor on Ing Reliquary. That's incredible.
Very cool. I think Bellator definitely had enough health there. But it's very scary.
Yeah, especially if the Ing are still climbing around. If they decide to climb up the side of the wall, it can get pretty nasty.
That brings up a good point. Hints could be Violet locked. We don't have access to the Torvis side of Temple Grounds, so our only way to hints that we know of is through just like by the ship. And have we seen those translator gates yet?
The first one was Amber, but I don't recall if either runner actually went to go check the second one.
think that's our boost ball, or is that an E-tank? No, that's our E-tank, right? Never mind. My mind was thinking about boost ball and battleground being important, and I couldn't remember the right things.
Yep. I think Crash will happily pick up a second T-tank there. Okay, chat saying both landing site gates were amber. So this means the runners do have logical access to hints.
Okay. What was in Hazen Cliff, by the way? Did Bellator get to check that, or too risky?
I missed whether or not that happened.
Actually, you probably skipped it with only one E-tank.
What we have here in Incash 1, another E-tank.
Always welcome.
Quite a few flying pirates, but probably a trade well worth having.
Yeah. Any with these final bosses off seeds, life support is not guaranteed. So any E-tanks you find before a suit are always welcome.
Bellator's back in Aegon, probably heading to labs, looks like through the light world. Oh, might be just heading for Cannonball, actually. That would make a lot of sense.
Bellator brings this cannonball back to Sanctuary. That could put them pretty far behind. We'll see. Ooh, are they not going? Is the cannonball's in Sandcache, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Although I don't know for sure if maybe Bellator has already picked it up, but I would be surprised if that was true because they've taken cannons and
I think I saw the dot on the map, so it looks like Bellator is instead, knowing Boost Ball is right in Storage D, opting to backdoor labs.
Although they don't have Dark Beam yet. Oh, they might just be checking Sand Canyon here.
Oh, that's right. Technically, I feel like there's like some sort of out of bounds shenanigans you could do to grab it, but I think it's bad.
Yeah, I'm not certain if you can grab the item and stay out of bounds, because I think that trick is normally to like pick up the Dark Beam and escape, but maybe I could be wrong. I'm not too familiar with it.
I don't really know. The out of bounds for Storage D is okay. Okay. But maybe Bellator is planning that, we'll see. He's going in that direction. Hopefully he does not just forget. Wait, what did that hint say?
We have a key on Dark Oasis.
Oh, heck yeah.
And we have found 0 SDKs so far.
Bellator is going to get some bad news. It's not what he wanted to see there, I'm guessing. Sand processing, every Echoes player's favorite room.
I don't mind it too much when you have Boost Ball. We'll see how Bellator does with it, though, when they roll in there.
Oh, I'm excited to see it.
In my opinion, Screw Attack does make it a lot easier, but they may still opt for the Bomb Jump.
Sadly, it's just a missile expansion, so Bellator is going to know this is in logic, and he's going to get it. Sadly, it's not going to pay off. Here is the best trick in the game. I've spent many a race just like wasting 5 minutes doing this. Ooh, he's doing this method. Oh! Falls off. What is that in bioenergy? That looks not like a normal item. Oh, it's just light ammo. And Bellator nails that variant of the trick.
Very nice.
Yeah, Bellator really does not want to fight the worms. I'm curious to see if he can take this dark beamlessness to the end of the seed. Because theoretically, if he finds Annihilator, it's completely possible to finish the seed keys if the keys are good.
Oh, did Bellator scan the hint in Central Mining Station? Because yeah, if they don't know that that's a life support
Oh
system,
no.
even Battlegrounds was a pretty tempting option, I would think.
Maybe they misread the hint? Or just forgot the hint? I don't know. It kind of feels like they're missing some information.
Out the 4E tanks. Definitely feels good.
Yep, that's going to be very appreciated for the hint run, which has to be coming up shortly, I imagine. We're nearing the hour mark. You want to get those hints in kind of at that point.
Yeah, I think a save warp would make a lot of sense here.
Yeah, especially now that Crash has a real boost ball and enough tanks to get to Sky Temple Gateway without Cannonball. Since final bosses are off, like you really only need Cannonball for the first trip there. So should feel pretty comfortable doing that now. Bellator is climbing is this bioenergy production in a fancy way. I love seeing this.
Yeah, it definitely is a cool looking way to climb this room. Saves having to mess with the scan posts.
Yeah, smart. The doors. Metroid's worst enemy. It's just, common sense. Metroids, they don't like moving from their rooms.
Well, that is true. We do have 3 logical checks and a hint over here in Mining Station B, so that does make some sense to check before leaving again.
If we find Annihilator in Mining Station B, Bellator will unfortunately be pretty locked behind that Amorbus.
Another red key.
Of course, that goes for any dark beam check. You're gonna have to go down there, unfortunately. Aw, roses are red, violets are blue.
Storage A. Continuing to do Storage A things by not having anything terribly important. This hint is definitely a little finicky to scan sometimes. Crash gets it. And, alright,
Ooh.
Has the goods today.
Annihilator and Sync Energy Controller. Bellator can probably get to that. Speaking of Bellator being able to get to things,
yeah,
here's Bellator getting Boost Ball. Alright, Bellator has grabbed Boost Ball and is safely back in main reactor. Yeah, so Bellator is probably going to try to skip Dark Beam as long as he can. He either knows Dark Beam is on Amorbus or is missing information. I'm going to assume it's the former. And I think he's going to try to carry this as long as he can. Unfortunately, he can't read the hint about where Annihilator is.
I wonder where Crash is heading now. Looks like to the save station, which save warp I definitely would agree with right about now.
Looks like it's time. Or not.
Could be making the Sank loop. There are definitely a lot of checks in play in Sank.
He might be rushing the hinted Annihilator. And he's going to pick up a Violet through this, so I don't disagree with the play at all.
But I would be definitely antsy to check hints to know if this Echo Visor was going to be required in this seed.
That's what I would want to know immediately, because an Echo check in those hints immediately puts 3 required items on your plate, and that changes the way you're thinking about the seed drastically. That's true, Brawler. He can read hints twice as fast. That's not true, but we can pretend it is.
This game.
We knew that.
Although I guess technically Crash didn't know that for about 5 seconds here.
It's true. So, Bellator did not read the CMS hint, right?
I'm not certain. Perhaps someone in chat knows if Filter checked that hint. But either way, they now should have enough information if they remember hints to know that Amorbus is guarding their Dark Beam. You're going to see if they finally head for it or if they're going to double down on the Dark Beamless routing.
Crash can now read the full colors of the rainbow. There's no language that can stop him.
Always nice to have access to all the hints, especially when you're trying to track down a couple suits, which could be required in several different ways now.
Yeah, and it feels good getting that 4th translator when there's still gates you haven't seen yet in a random gate seed.
Also definitely true. For instance, we now know we can immediately fight Spider Guardian. Isn't that exciting?
Yay! To get a little more to the left, yeah.
Looks like Bellator is heading back towards Amorbus. We will get our second Worm Rave.
This is just a really unfortunate spot for Dark Beam. Let's see what's in Dynamo Works in the tunnel. Hopefully Crash will give us a peek. Just a hamburger. Nothing too crazy.
Ooh, life support system in Dynamo Works.
You know, That has a 1 out of 6 chance of being a suit.
Pretty exciting. And they do theoretically have all the means to go get that.
That's terrifying. First suit on Hive Dynamo Works.
Villager going for worm skip here. See if he gets it. And nice.
Worm skip will never not feel good.
I assume this is a safety safe will crash, but
Maybe it's time. I guess it's not. I feel like if you have, like, you picked up your last translator, you should know that you have access to everything. But I don't know.
at this point I don't mind finishing off this tank loop. You could maybe take the elevator reactor core, the save station for reactor core if you wanted to get out of here.
Yeah. You know you're getting a hinted annihilator beam in the process. That always feels pretty valuable.
Yeah, could even do the like stick energy controller to Spider Guardian loop. Come right back here too. Let's see what this hint says. And Bellator finally with the dark beam.
A movement system in Sanctuary Fortress. Hinted, so probably gravity boost unless the logic chain is that short. But I feel like it's not. There's an STK.
Crash can get in there without the vanilla strats and the echo visor.
Looks like he's unmorphing a little too early. Maybe, yeah. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, as Gala points out, this being logically active does mean that it's more accessible in like itself.
Oh, yeah. That Sky Temple key is not a great sign, because that means the suits have to appear. There's our Annihilator, and now... You know what would be an amazing play if you could pull it off? If you could take Cannonball to Ing Reliquary on 4 tanks, grab Echo Visor, and just skip the suits entirely.
Yeah, it's possible. It's challenging to climb Reliquary a Cannonball on low E tanks, but I think that should be possible.
Beltor picking up his Emerald.
So you know if Bellator heads for hits or follows Gretchen's tank, this is looking like it might be hits.
That's smart Brawler, yeah. Picking up Annihilator so you can full clear that whole area with Cannonball.
Yeah, there's one part of the puzzle.
Where was that suit?
Great Bridge to Tortoise.
Oh boy.
Theoretically not a bad spot, but we haven't found an elevator to Upper Tortoise yet. Oh, never mind. Yes, we do. We have the Tortoise Temple one from the very beginning of the game.
Crash doing my favorite trick in the game. It's my favorite trick, and yet I'm still inconsistent at it.
It does feel good when you pull it off, though.
Absolutely. Roses are red, violets are fun.
And that's one fewer red key to potentially be on Dark Oasis.
How many Ing Hive keys have we found?
I want to say just the 2.
So that means we have a 2/3 chance of that being a Sky Temple key. Especially considering both suits are logical, and we have all the other stuff we need to like fight Powerbomb Guardian. Dark Oasis is really not a stretch with this logic. Also, is Bellator checking hints?
Nothing good in land or in Defiled Shrine today. Just gonna be a missile expansion. We still haven't located this movement system in Sanctuary Fortress. I wonder if we'll find something here in Vault.
The great treasure of the Chozo. It takes a long time to load, that's why it's so great. Where was that other suit? That was a suit hint. Chat, help me. Transit Tunnel South? Oh my god. This seed is excellent. It's that gravity boost, wherever it is in Sank, is going to be required to get one of the suits. And if Dark Torvis, or if Dark Oasis is required, then this is a doozy. Nice bonk for the energy tank from Crash. Always feels good to get that first try. Hall of Honor Dead has a major upgrade!
Wow. That's pretty much just going to be grapple beam, right? I think everything else is pretty much accounted for.
Oh yeah.
Unless
Bellator didn't check it.
Unless for well, actually, so now we have hints for both. So that so one of those hints is for a grapple beam. So actually, it could be either way. That's interesting.
It could be a gravity boost or a grapple beam. Oh my gosh.
Yes, Cygnus. Grapple is a movement system.
Bellator is unfortunately without Cannonball, so he's got to wait here a bit for hints. And he's going.
Here's our gravity boost.
Alright, so Hall of Honor Dead is grapple meme. Nice 3BJ onto the spider track, and now we should see a nice little screw attack. Or the morph. Personally, I find the screw attack easier than the sticky morph thing, whatever it is.
Yeah, there's some kind of standable, kind of a little bit off the edge that you can then morph and spider onto. I actually find this 3BJ very difficult. I usually do a little single BSJ Bellator spelling stuff out.
And gravity boost for Crash. He should be... No, he's not. He will need to read one hint in Temple Grounds, and Crash will be in no mode. Just off of... He will have every item.
Hopefully, if Crash goes and checks hints, that hint was in meeting round, so that's
Yeah, you kind of can't miss it.
So Crash could actually be in go mode pretty quickly here. Unless we have something like an SDK on Chica.
Oh boy. Bellator hopping in this room with 0 STKs, so there's no ray of light.
Wow, very convenient elevator for Crash too. He's on his way to hints as well.
Oh wow. And Crash is in no mode. Hydro Dynamo Station is our first one. Our second key is Venomous Pond. So far these are great. Third is Accursed Lake. That's fine. Isn't it weird that I'm saying that that's fine?
Yeah, it is a bit unusual.
Torvus Temple Access, that's fine. Crash finding the grapple beam. Paying it no attention. Hydro Chamber Storage.
Nice. Nice little alpha block.
For our players, that's fine. But it's funny. Sank Temple Access, we know about that one. Phazon Grounds. Convenient if you're picking up the Echo Visor. Dark Oasis. There it is. And Forgotten Bridge. Honestly, not too bad of keys. Crash is going to be fine because he knows where every single item in the game is at this point. There's nothing that like he can't just go straight to. Bellator is in a bit of a sticky spot because he doesn't know about that other suit hint in Sank, I think, unless he read that.
We'll have to see if oh wait, no, never mind. The Echo Visor's in Reliquary. So it'd be nice to be able to have Light Suit on your first trip into Torvus here and be able to pick up everything at once.
Yeah, the Echo Visor is not going to be required because the only thing it was required for was Sync Temple Access. Bellator was certainly hoping for that to be a suit, and unfortunately it's not. So now, luckily, he's going to be able to just kind of full clear Torvus and stumble upon it. Crash, on the other hand, is going to have a direct beeline to every single upgrade. Also, full Tracker Seed, besides Grapple. Oh, Bellator is missing Gravity Boost.
Yes, Bellator needs to get into Sanctuary, pick up the Gravity and the Annihilator Beam before we'll be able to get everything out of Torvus.
Recording to logbook.
I'm not even sure if Bellator has the hint for the Gravity Boost, because I want to say that was a Cobalt hint as well. Although perhaps it was one of the ones that Bellator's already gotten a chance to take a look at.
Recording to logbook.
If anyone remembers what happened 18 minutes ago, Crash said, "Wow, that's a rough one." Unfortunately, I don't. Did Bellator come in? Yeah, he came in through this elevator. Okay. I thought he missed the Annihilator. Oh, he's gonna find Gravity Boost right here. That's gonna be perfect. Crash learning about Dark Oasis. It's unfortunate. Yeah, we did get that hint. I just thought for some reason he was gonna head through Torvis without Grav, but he's got it right here. Ooh, and falling down the room. Hate to see that. Crash will be leaving the intended way as not to lose his cannonball. We will not be death warping back to his last save. Do we have Torvis access through this elevator right here, or where does this one go? My mind has not been keeping up with the elevators.
I think we know. I think I think Torvis Gate has to be Torvis Entrance, and then we have the Torvis Temple. I think that was Aegon Gate.
Caretaker is required, Cygnus. Something has gone wrong. The Caretaker is good at posting permalinks and presets and nothing else.
Hopefully Bellator continues upwards towards Alir. So he's heading that way. Gives the thanks game information about the Echo Visor. Where Crash is headed, unless I'm mistaken. Ah, of course, like. Makes sense while you're here. A red key over there, Planet Dark Worship. Not going to be necessary.
What do you mean? They have to go to the bug ball. Everyone loves Chica.
So our second STK for Crash.
This is not a friendly odd seed. It's not the worst it could be. I wouldn't call it a bad seed, but I would not call this a good one.
It's surprising how little progression ended up being in Torvis. For actually, theoretically, we had access to that fairly early with the super missiles in the elevator to Torvis Temple.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Torvis just had suits and keys, as far as I know.
Although I guess we did logically need to pick up a decent amount of progression to get out of Aegon, with that being the soft lock elevator.
Yeah, Aegon did end up being pretty stacked. Calm down there, Cygnus. We don't need to think about that.
Although we were correct from earlier about a major upgrade being in Hall of Honor Dead, just not a particularly useful one this time.
Darn. I'm trying to imagine a scenario where Grapple Beam would be logically required in this seed. And I just don't think there is one.
Yeah, not really.
Just because Screw Attack was so early. Crash not even bothering to read the Emerald hint.
That was
he knows where everything is. Also, what happened on Bellator's end?
Bonked trying to head to Sentinel's path on something that did not look like collision to me, but what do I know? Echoes does what it wants.
Probably pick up the suit before it's right there. It is. You are there. Oh wait, no, this is Forgotten Bridge. I can't read. And by read, I mean no.
Park Corvus this way. Come back for Venomous Pond.
Yeah, this is probably faster. See, I get the easy job. I just get to sit here and talk, and I pretend I know what's going on in the seed. When I'm actually playing, I have to, like, think.
We're really not cooperating with Crash there. There we go.
Bombs were not nice. Is that an unlimited missiles?
Kinda looks like it. That's a pretty big missile launcher there.
Our first multiplayer upgrade of the seed.
Fortunately, no bosses actually required from this point on, so... Well, besides Power Bomb Guardian and...
But you can't use missiles.
Yeah.
The good news is, Seekers can no longer make us angry.
Yep, have as many tries as your patience allows.
Did Beltor grab the hint about the suit? Yeah, he should be good to go. STK number 3 for Crash.
We're doing the bomb jump over the light block here. Skip having to go all the way around Path of Eyes.
I love doing this when it works. When it doesn't work, it takes like 10 minutes. And when it does work, you get it like the third try.
Yep, definitely faster than going around, but it doesn't take that long to do the rooms, so it can be easy to lose time if the trick doesn't cooperate with you.
The butter suit, you say? Is that the light suit? Sounds like a fun one.
A little less friction to get through this crack in the rocks here.
Crash accidentally getting a secret world there.
Crash having the better reaction to that of just morphing rather than my reaction of jumping.
Don't do that. And our first suit, an hour and 24 minutes in. Hooray!
Even though we know there's nothing here, still need to fight these pirates to get rid of the collision heading to Lower Torvus.
Yep. So we'll probably see this fight, and then Crash will likely immediately head down instead of checking the item in Torvus Energy Controller. There's nothing there that could be useful at this point.
Nice double kill with the super on the last phase of the fight.
Fights like these are really fun on annihilated settings. You just hit that A button.
Is one of the joys of Annihilated. But the lack of Scandizer really messes with me.
What are you talking about? It's so good.
The SCK is continuing to rack up here for Crash. And down to Lower Torvus. Powerbomb Guardian, pick up that last suit. And also another couple SDKs down here.
Yep. Gonna be a lot of cleanup. And then we head to Aegon, grab that Dark Oasis key, and a little bit of Temple Grounds, and then we're out.
I don't think either of them have picked up Phazon Grounds yet. So do need to route that in at some point.
Fun. Bellator picking up his first suit in hot pursuit of Crash. Aha.
Yeah, Bellator's done a nice job of catching up here after a really late Dark Beam.
Yeah, it's been a pretty tight race the entire time, which has been really interesting. Despite the huge difference in when they got Dark Beam. While we have a little bit of downtime as Crash grabs his light suit, I'm gonna check on how the other runners are doing today.
Bellator turning around, can't get the Venomous Pond key yet. Go grab that light suit that Crash is about to pick up right now. And we are at our old tracker minus grapple beam.
Hooray! Looks like one of our runners is checking hints at the moment, and the others are kind of still just looking for some items to collect. Just a couple items behind. Looks like one of the other runners is still without Annihilator, but otherwise pretty caught up with R2 here.
Well, unfortunately, without Annihilator, that does make that Transit Tunnel South suit quite difficult to get without a fairly long, lengthy wall crawl.
Yep. It's pretty unfortunate.
see if our friend Alpha Blog gets stood up here or actually fought. Not looking like Crash has much interest in this fight.
Why not? It's such a well-designed encounter with no flaws whatsoever.
I guess that was our one opportunity to see the unlimited missiles put into use. Some sonic booms.
Rest in peace. Oh, that's a good point. Gala brings up Beltor may elect to wall crawl to Lower Torvus from Dark Upper Torvus. You can get a secret world in Dark Torvus Temple, and Cache B, I think, is the room. It's an elevator to Lower Torvus in the Light World, and since the rooms are very similar in structure, it actually allows you to load Dark Lower Torvus when you're out of bounds in that room. So,
Also, I totally thought this SDK was in Poison Pod, not here on Spot. So I'll take that to pick this up before heading down into Lower Torvus for the light suit. And yeah, from here, it is definitely quicker to do this walk.
oh, is Crash not doing PB Guardian?
It is.
Bellator is certainly wall crawling. Now this is getting interesting. I don't know where Crash is going, and Bellator has an opportunity to make up some time here.
Oh, especially if he goes all the way into Dark Labs.
This is going to be interesting. Okay, Bellator has the map on Cache B, and now he falls. And at some point, I don't really know how this wall crawl works, but at some point, I assume Bellator will successfully make it into Dark Lower Torvus. When he was spinning around, you could kind of see the little player arrow on the map all the way down there.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate for Crash.
Oh wow, Gallop, I did not know about that. Oh, and here we go. Bellator is now moved the map into Dark Lower Torvus, and now he just has to get back in bounds.
Very nice.
And beautifully executed. Skips a couple loading screens and a long elevator ride. And a lot of movement.
Crash may have realized his mistake and might be heading to a save station here.
That would be good.
Or may just be heading to an elevator.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, light Lower Torvus. I was like, where is the 4 key difference between them right now? But it's. Oh, Bellator, where are you going? Oh, you might be doing blog first? I feel like you'd want to do PB Guardian and then go up through blog. Oh no.
This makes sense, because without Bellator having come through the upper part of the light area, you can't actually come up in the light world.
You're completely right. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it took me a second there too, but yeah, this routing does make sense. They'll have to go back into the dark world, kill kill Power Bomb Guardian, and then send it back up. And both Alpha Blogs live to fight another day.
Dark Zero suggesting the screw attack kill for Alpha Block. This race is now very close.
Yep, Crash already back in Lower Torvus. Crash does, I believe, have the advantage of already having picked up a Cursed Lake that I think Bellator still needs to do.
Yep.
So
He also has a little bit of light Torvus advantage, but it's just kind of inconvenient to go back to Powerbomb Guardian.
Oh, also true. Bellator has not picked up the light suit, so still has that to do. So I think, Crash is probably still ahead here.
It's very close. Yeah, Transit Tunnel South is a long room, and it's not really possible to make it that much faster. I mean, the out of bounds is probably theoretically faster, but I mean, why bother when you have gravity boost and everything? Yeah, maybe Cygnus. We'll see. I'm keeping an eye on the race time room, so I'll let you know if anyone finishes first.
Yeah, it's definitely the part of the race where you feel that pressure and feeling like a dot done could come any moment now.
Mm-hmm. This is where you're looking back and forth between your windows. Like, oh god.
Yeah, after 1 hour 36 minutes, we have simultaneous Powerbomb Guardian fights.
Wow. Bellator has finished his PB Guardian, is going to head to Transit Tunnel South, as well as pick up the remaining keys in Light Lower Torvus.
Powerbomb Guardian goes down and Crash's side as well. Sonic Boom's the
Sonic Boom. Perfect.
So, that one more key in Aegon, one more in Temple Grounds. Finish.
Honestly, I have no idea how I would have routed these keys. My brain is so tired today. Look at those key locations and wow.
Yeah.
Not even bad, they're just so everywhere.
Especially in the random elevator seeds, when you have to go to multiple regions to finish off, it can be definitely challenged to map out the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Particularly if you're not taking good notes on where these elevators are. It can definitely be difficult to remember all 12 of them.
Yeah, so props to all the runners. They've been putting on a good show, and yeah, I don't know if I would have been able to route these this well. Both Bellator and Crash have been routing the keys exceptionally well. Like, Bellator's routing after Dark Beam has been very, very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because what, he got Dark Beam 39 minutes ago or something? Like 40 minutes ago? So I think it was at about the 58-minute mark.
Dark's about to pick up that final item for go mode.
Light suit for Bellator. He is now in go mode.
So what's the marked area in the central mining access?
Yeah, there was a lot of time that Bellator spent doing the half-pipe tricks. But he's made it up really spectacularly. Bellator is mapping out his routing. Meanwhile, Crash is visiting this dumb in-cache.
Yeah, I think I did like this tricky more than Reliquary. It's pretty annoying. Sonic Boom just
Love the Sonic Boom on it. I wish I was better at using Sonic Boom, just in comedic ways.
Yep, gotta keep the chat entertained. Yeah, this is really good routing for Crash. This will put him right next to the phase on ground elevator here.
Oh, this is awesome. Has he even checked his map? Like when he was... Did he ever have to like plot this out, or did he just do it?
Yeah, I'm curious actually how other runners keep track of the random elevators. I have to ask him in the interview if Crash is going on.
Crash is picking up his 9th and final Sky Temple key.
Yeah, no one else is finished.
I'm going to double check, but I don't think anyone else has found Light Suit in the race yet. Oh, one other runner has found Light Suit, but I think they are a little... it looks like they're fighting Powerbomb Guardian right now, so I think our two runners are a bit ahead. Welcome to SpeedGaming 3. You're seeing the end of a seed that was not bad, but I wouldn't call it good either.
Yeah, the true way it needed for it to be bad was to actually have an SDK hard echo locked. That echo
Yeah,
looked pretty atrocious.
that would have made a bad seed. There was one SDK that logically required echo, but it was a pretty easy skip to be able to get it without it. The hard required light suit for the Sky Temple Key and Dark Oasis was not great, but could have been a lot worse. Oh, and Dark Beam was on Amorphous. Makes key number 8 for Bellator. Just missing. What's he missing now? Dark Oasis? Or did he get that already?
I think Dark Oasis is, which means it's actually fairly close to the Bellator side as well. Take the same elevator to get to the labs.
Oh, yeah, we did not see any boss hints or a Tumos hint. That's very interesting. We just got progression hints. Do we even see the joke hint? I know we saw some hints.
Yeah, we did miss a lot of the Emerald hints, with us pretty much having perfect knowledge by the time we ever really went into Orvis.
No joke hints either. Yeah, that Dark Beam Super Missile hint was huge. There were a couple others that were pretty big. The Annihilator Beam hint was pretty important. It's looking like Crash will be our first to finish here. On our end, let's see. Once he steps into the light, it's GG's. GG's to Crash. He is finished in first place for the weekly with an official race time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 14 seconds. GG's.
Which is not done in the race time room. A little surprised by.
Huh? Who hasn't?
Crash, or is my
Yours is out of sync because
weird.
I called out the race time, and it says in chat that he's finished.
That makes sense because also I missed that message. Oh, we have Crash potentially joining us for an interview here in just a few moments.
Cool.
Welcome,
And
Crash. GG's.
GG's.
So yeah, what are your thoughts about that seed?
How about that?
Yeah, that was a pretty good seed, honestly. Like, I was surprised just how convenient everything was, because I didn't have to save warp once that whole seed.
Yeah, your routing basically the whole time was pretty astounding. Especially at the end, I was wondering how you like figured out the Sky Temple key routing. It was just like you
Oh
got the
yeah,
Dark key and you were right there next to Phazon Grounds, and then you were done. And it was like, okay,
yeah. That I just remember the elevators, like, because the last keys, I let me pull them up, because it was there was a bunch in Torvis. Well, there was a Cursed Lake first, which was on the way to Torvis, and then just like going to Torvis and then get the two suits and the like three or four keys that are there.
yeah, it's
Um,
just suits and keys today and light
yeah,
beam.
and then go to Aegon and Temple and done. I'm really upset that I forgot to fight Powerbomb Guardian.
Yeah, that's always annoying,
I
especially getting
don't
all the way to that room.
yeah, like I don't think I've ever had a required item in Dark Oasis before. So I just completely forgot.
Yeah, it's pretty uncommon that anything terribly useful is there, and
I
it is
think you,
a strange requirement.
yeah, you remembered before you actually got to Dark Oasis, which is
Yeah,
better than going all the way there.
I got into Doomed Entry when I remembered, which isn't much better. Um, let's
Also,
see.
in a second, once he steps into the light beam, GG's to Bellator, who has finished with a time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 57 seconds.
Nice.
GG's.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some very nice hints this game. With like Torvis actually being accessible from fairly early on with those super missiles. It was really nice to know that you didn't really need to go there for progression until the very end.
Oh yeah, like well I was happy just like the early game routing cuz you basically went like all the way through to Great Temple and then all the way back just to get Light Beam and then you can finally go into Aegon. Hey
Welcome,
Bellator.
Bellator.
Welcome.
GG's.
So, how about Dark Beam? Maybe we should start there.
Oh, oh yeah. That was not a fun place for that.
Yeah.
I just yeah.
I try to avoid Morbis as much as I can, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Bellator ended up grabbing Dark Beam about an hour in,
Yeah.
which
Oh
was
wow.
really significantly later than Crash picked it up. But your routing and your execution afterwards was pretty spectacular to the point where, like you guys saw, you basically finished at the same time, just 3 minutes apart. So it was really cool to watch that.
Nice.
I feel I kinda lost too much time trying to avoid Morbis and doing fancy stuff without Dogbeam.
Yeah, the slope in transport center was not being terribly kind, especially having to do that
Yeah.
twice.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Oof.
that trick is black magic, and I still don't understand it.
Oh
Me
wait.
neither.
If you had to do that twice, uh oh wait. What do you mean the slope jump to get into the
It's not really a slope, it's the thing when you hug the pipe to get extra height. I
well
don't know.
it's to get to the elevator room,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so did you not get Cannonball then? Or did you pick it up early?
I I wasn't too much confident about picking up Cannonball right away.
Okay, so you just didn't
Yeah,
right.
so I think you guys both did your first Dark World trip, and Crash picked up Cannonball, and then I believe when we thought Bellator was going to go pick up Cannonball, he then went and backdoored Labs and did an out of bounds for Boost Ball because he didn't have Dark Beam.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know if Bellator actually ended up picking up Cannonball.
No, I didn't at
Okay.
all.
Yeah, I picked up Cannonball right after the first Dark Aegon trip, and I kept it the whole run, actually.
Yeah, I think you had it right at the end.
Yeah,
I should have done that.
it was pretty convenient, especially for the Amorbus fight, because, like, the seed was kind of stingy with energy tanks at the beginning, and I have died to
Yeah.
Amorbus. I've died to early Amorbus before. I didn't want it to happen again.
Also, I just want to point out both of you had the same in-game time with a 12% difference in your completion percentages.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Oh, I can't see the stream. Did you have 39%?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up kind of a lot of missiles. I ended up getting unlimited ammo. That was in Putrid Alcove.
Yep.
I didn't found any multiplayer upgrade.
Yeah, the only one we saw was that unlimited missiles in Putrid Alcove. We hadn't seen any others.
That's a shame. This is like my second seed with these multiplayer items, but I love these things. They're so much fun.
They're
Yeah, they're fun.
amazing.
Yeah,
When
I
you
want
get
to keep.
double damage and you're fighting space pirates with Dark Beam, ooh,
Ooh,
Yeah, the one shot is very nice.
I think you mean double damage, sonic boom, everything.
yo.
Getting that early was the run was blessed from that moment.
It was truly in your favor today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just because of that.
well, Bellator, I was talking about this before you got here. You might have seen in the chat where I got really mad right at the end. I forgot to fight Powerbomb Guardian before going to
Yeah,
Dark Oasis.
I thought so. I thought so.
Yeah, I got to Doomed Entry before realizing, crap, I gotta go all the way back.
Yeah. I did one mistake at the end. I forgot to pick the Taurus Temple access before going to Dark Taurus because I did the cache B secret build to go directly to the lower Taurus, and I think that saved me quite a lot of time at the end.
That was a huge routing decision. I was very impressed.
Nice.
Yeah, it definitely saved you a lot of time. You didn't have to backtrack through Upper Torvis and just sent you right down there. So you could pick up the blog key and
and
fight
wasn't
PD
forced
Guardian.
to do the Taurus Temple fight as well.
Yep. Looks like we have one more racer that's about to finish in about a minute. That's pretty cool.
And logically, Echo in Relic Ruby was required as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I was very lucky that was not hard required.
Well, that's part of why I was really happy to keep Cannonball the whole time, because, like, if this is required, I can technically do this with Varia and Cannonball.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't pick up Cannonball, just because of that HUD system. I didn't want to pick it up until I know that HUD system wasn't something useful.
Yeah, no, definitely make sure to follow these runners. They did a great job today. Yeah, really made pretty short work of this seed for how rude it was, at least in terms of spreading the keys out.
It was a full tracker seed minus grapple, which was weirdly hinted.
Oh yeah, that was in Hall of Honor Dead.
Very strange.
I don't know why I checked that now that I think about it, because I knew where everything else was.
Yeah, it was like once you got that hint in Meeting Ground, it was like, all right, you're in no mode. Like, you didn't even have Sky Temple key hints, but you knew about every single item location, so it didn't matter.
Oh, you did that? You did sync before that? Before Meeting Ground?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
So what I did was, because I did all the early game stuff, going through Temple Grounds and Great Temple, and then back for Light Beam. Then I went to Aegon and, like, almost full cleared it. And then after getting Dark Beam, I went through the spider side the spider side elevator, and then just basically did the entire Sank loop.
Yeah.
And then
Gotcha.
the elevator to Torvus Quadrant was that
Vault side?
whatever room is next to that. Main research, that's what it is.
Main research, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was good.
that was a really convenient elevator because I was planning on save warping from there, after doing that, but I didn't even need to.
Yeah, that was one of the
Because
bigger divergences because Bellator ended up checking hints after all the Aegon stuff rather than going into Sank. And with the knowledge and happening on Gravity right away, didn't have to do a ton of stuff in Sank to get everything necessary out of there.
and I wasn't looking for gravity boosts, especially when I went to Sank. But when I found it, I was really happy. It saved me some trouble with alpha blogs.
Yeah, we were a little worried about that. I thought you were going to go into Torvus and try to clear all of it without gravity, but then you went into Sank and that worked out perfectly.
I didn't have the last suit hint, so that's why I went to Sank.
Yeah. Yeah, that helped as well.
Yeah, and thankfully the last suit hint was in Sank.
Yes, it was.
We did head up finishing up a minute or two ago with a time of 1:58.23. GG's up as well.
GG's. All right. Well, do we have any more thoughts on this seed? It was certainly a ride.
Fun to play.
The
Yeah,
translators were pretty nice.
yeah. Especially starting with Amber and then getting Cobalt pretty early. And then knowing Emerald was at the end of doing the first Aeon pass, basically.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
When we play those settings, I'm always hoping to have a Skytopple key hints locked behind a well-hidden translator, but that one wasn't the case
You want to do item loss skip?
yet.
No thanks for me.
I'll pass.
All right. Well, if you've got no more thoughts, make sure to follow the runners. Follow my fellow commentator. Follow our tracker, Gollop. If you guys want to plug your Twitches in the chat, because the runner command is seemingly not working. Or if you don't, that's fine too.
I don't even have the Twitch pulled up, so I don't care.
Okay. But, yeah. Alrighty. Any closing statements from anyone? Final thoughts?
A more bait.
Not a more bait.
Early Sonic Boom means the run is blessed.
This is true. All right. And with that, I think we will see you guys next mission.
See you.